Hey, ITZ Extreme. What am I doing here? Hey, Maddie. Uh, we're just doing a iPhone 6 screen replacement. Nothing too technical today. I'm just way too not up to it. I do need to set up my camera here. It's a little bit wonky. Hey, Ben. Let's see. Overhead. Dun, dun, dun. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do. That'll be fine. I better go get a screen. What do we want? We want white. This is completely not going to be a tutorial on how to do an iPhone 6 replacement screen. No one needs that. No one needs those at all. Everybody knows how to do these things. I'm not here to teach anyone anything. If you don't know how to do this and if you've never done one before or whatever, then go to iFixit or something like that. Not me. Let's see. Oh, well, at least the torque screws are in. Pentalobes are in there. Thank goodness for that. Let's see. Hey, Doug Wheeler, Minnesota. Canada, a day of frustration with Outlook. Well, isn't every day with Outlook frustrating? Mark Austin Sunday. What's the middle of the day, Malaka? Yes, I do greatly agree with your sentiments there. Oh, crikey. Come on, turn it off. Oh, good. Great. No touch. Fantastic. Oh, well. It must have just cracked through too much. Hey, Nick Harding. Sounds like you have the flu. Well, I don't know what I've got. Influenza, cold, take your pick. And this is one I've worked on before plenty of times. I can tell because it's got my little red and green marks. It just makes it easy for me to not do the glorious long screw damage, because we all love to fix up long screw damage on iPhones. It's just so much fun. There you go. Put you to sleep there. Come on, get off. Yeah, so it's kind of pushed my schedule back on a lot of things here, which I'm not happy about. The whole weekend essentially was spent just sitting around in bed thinking I'll be better tomorrow, I'll be better tomorrow, and that's just didn't happen. But I'm getting these jobs done. At least they're sort of like mindless jobs, so at least I can still bring in the bacon, so to speak, so that we can eat. Hey, Norway, Links Repair. Let's see. I accidentally wiped a customer's hard drive this morning. I'm up for a good day. Oh, jeez, Ben. What the hell, man? How the heck did you do that? Is that something like I accidentally a whole Coke? Really? Is it just deleted, or did you actually scrub the whole thing? You can always send me a message if you want to check something. Hey, Big Bad Troll. Oh, look, someone who's actually honest about what they are, and yet you're probably not really a big bad troll. Kind of ironic. Or is that? I never really know for sure about the irony thing. It's been ruined thanks to Alanis Morissette. Although they, so far as I can tell, are all purely coincidental things and not irony things. Which maybe that in itself is ironic that the song is called. Well, whatever. Let's see. Client's old Outlook bit the bullet. Sounds like a head cold, yeah. I don't really think it's influenza. There is a bad run of influenza going along Australia at the moment. The season picked up very early and it's quite severe, but it just doesn't quite feel like influenza to me. It doesn't have that debilitating paralysis and lying in bed thinking that you're a little rainbow pony or something like that and flying off into strange lands. Yeah, none of that delusion stuff. It just feels like crap, that's all. Cough, the damn... I'll tell you, the worst bit I hate about this sort of stuff is the when you get the raw nasal and throat effect, and you just don't want to swallow that. Particularly when you're sleeping, is just the worst. The nasal issues, congestion, things like that, I can tolerate with, but not being able to, don't want to swallow stuff, that's really rough. Just a quick format, you'll be right then. Had 2 Toshiba L500s in, one would be whipped up, one would be closed. Oh dear. Oh jeez. That's no fun at all. I wish you the best of luck. It's your birthday. Well, I didn't realise that, Ben. Yeah, not much of a friend I am, eh? Actually, no, I think I'm the best friend in that case because I don't harass you about birthdays, because everybody knows after around about 21, 25, birthdays are just, well, they're just annoying because they remind you that you're getting further and further away from the optimal part of your life in terms of physical health and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm being the best by not reminding you that you're becoming more and more decrepit, closer to not being able to do anything. I hate it when the tape doesn't come off properly on these things. Yeah, Greg, coughing in the middle of the night, that's what I was dealing with last night. It was just non-stop, like, and it just starts wearing you out, and you start thinking, oh, I'm going to start coughing up blood because I've just coughed too many times, too hard. Fortunately, at least tuberculosis isn't really a thing here at the moment. And we do have, antibiotic-resistant tuberculosis instances up on the coast, further up and stuff like that. It does happen here, but certainly not where I am. With the anxious mind, the crazy hypochondria mind that can make you do stupid thoughts at times. Let's see. What brand of tweezers are they? And, well, actually, I really don't know, to be honest. I do like these tweezers, but they were just some cheap random ones that I got. The closest I've found so far, but they need some extra work. If you get these Vetus, is that going to show up? Vetus ESD11s, but they're really not that great. I find... Let me just move this out of the way. So these are my ones I like, and these are the Vetus ones. The ones I like, they're a little bit thinner than the Vetus ones, and I like that because there's not a lot of back pressure on the actual opening, the spring back. There's a little bit too much on these ones. I like the very light touch tweezers. It makes it easier for when you're carrying parts between boards, because if you've got tweezers with too much back spring, or spring back rather, then it's very easy to just have a momentary lapse of muscle control while you're shifting boards around, and you lose that little 0105 part into the abyss. So yeah, the less spring back the better for me. Within degree, I mean, you want the tweezers to be able to open up on their own, but not that much. What the heck are you doing here? Get out of here. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's just a generic Chinese ultra slim, long, ultra pointy type one. And that's pretty much it. You probably... I think it's a case of if I do find a supplier for them again, then I'll probably buy half a dozen of them or something like that, just to make sure I've got stock. And it's probably at that point that I would then find another pair of tweezers that I prefer better, or more rather, and then I'll never use these ones again. I've gone through a lot of different tweezers, tried a lot of different shapes, sizes, brands, all that sort of stuff, and these were not ones that I thought I'd end up with, but oddly enough I did. I'm just putting the adhesive tape in for the home button, because there's nothing quite so much fun as someone's home button swiveling around to the point where it tears the flex and they lose their Touch ID. Because everybody wants to lose their Touch ID. I've got a few screws missing too. I can see two of them there. Okay, I've located them. Come on, sit on down. Good. The screens, yeah, they're refurbished. Well, the only screens at the moment that I use that are not refurbished are the iPhone 5. Because if you get original iPhone 5 screens, they're almost always going to have a very strong pink hue on them. But for everything else, yeah, they're refurbished originals. With the iPhone 7s and things like that, I will offer the customer the opportunity for a aftermarket screen if they're really tight on their budget or something like that. And funnily enough, I found the iPhone 7 aftermarkets to be somewhat better quality than anticipated. Whereas, say, the iPhone 6, 6S Plus, things like that, I found the aftermarkets to be absolutely atrocious. And I gauged that by the fact that how many times when I play Best Fiends that it skips or misses a move that I made. So the more angry I am by the time I've finished playing, the less the quality of the screen, in my opinion. Come on, pick up that screw. Great. Let's see. Looks like I fix it. Definitely know I fix this stuff here. Hang on, I got a cough. Man, that's brutal. I can just start to taste the blood now from the rawness. Now I've been taking honey and all that sort of stuff too, but it doesn't stop everything. Whew. Hey Q's. Oh, Aaron's here, yep. Hospitals have great tweezers. Yeah, I found human surgical equipment and stuff can be very good. There are some things that don't seem to match up, like human surgical, or actually any sort of biological surgical knives I don't really get along with. I do prefer the X-Acto number 11 type handle and whatnot, whereas the very slimline biological scalpel type handles I'm not really keen on. Hey, no, I'm not thinking it's the flu. I'm thinking it's just a pretty nasty head cold. I'd probably say 90% of the time when people think they've got the flu, it's actually just a head cold. I don't think people realise just how bad a flu can really be. As long as I don't get pneumonia, I'll be happy. Okay, that's not true. I'll be happy for a lot of other things too, but not getting pneumonia would be a nice thing. Okay, this battery is starting to lose its fight. It's starting to get little dimples and things like that, but yeah, the customer's not going to... Need to take a break. I can't take a break. I already took a whole weekend off. We got a nice bend here. I can't do squat about that. That's bent down. You ever try straightening these corners out? It never really works. So you're better off just tell the customer, no fixo. Just live with it. Put it in a protective case and don't try and fix what can't really be fixed. Short of actually just putting a whole new chassis in. Hey Pam M. Wait, Pam M. I don't remember you. Who are you, Pam? Let's see if this turns on now. Now, at least that works. Yeah, we've got plenty of birds running around here, never ending. It's a great thing about Australia. Lots of different birds, lots of interesting ones. Although I will say South Africa seems to have a more quirky style of birds. So we've got some great parrots, I'll definitely give that. Yeah, Mark, not real pleased with the cough myself, yeah. It probably will be about a week, as you say. I mean, what can you do? You can go down, they'll give you random stuff that won't really do much, and there's no point getting antibiotics, because there's no point. So what's antibiotics going to do against a virus? Nothing. Now, I realise they give you antibiotics as a secondary ailment prevention, but I'd rather wait and see than contribute towards the antibiotic resistance issue in the world. Yeah, I can see that this battery is almost empty, but it's only posting 570, maybe 600 milliamp charge rate, so it's well and truly on its way out. Alright, well, that's fixed up, so I'm good. Let me just read the comments quickly. Dun, dun, dun. You broke it. But that's your job, Ben. Breaking things. You break, I fix. Although, wait, that's probably someone's patented tagline for their shop, I dare say. Now, let's see. I can't think of much else. Alright. Alright, that's it. Well, I'm done with this phone, so I just wanted to drop in and say hello to everyone and apologise. If you're a client waiting on some jobs to come through, then this is why it's taken a little bit longer. Well, on the back of the house move and everything like that, it's just been a little bit difficult to find time to get everything together. So, let's see. Accidentally restore. What? No, I'm not going to do that, Ben. I'm not going to get down in the gutter with you, buddy. You're in the gutter all on your own. I'll just make commentary from above. Medicinal whiskey. Oh, yeah, I haven't tried alcohol in a long time, so who knows. Alright. Okay, well, thank you all for dropping in. Sorry, it's a bit of a short one. I mean, what is this? Yeah, doesn't matter. Short time. I'll be better in a couple of days or so. I can just sort of like linger through this for now. But at least I can actually get up and about. But I really need to make sure I get some sleep with this damn cough. But I'm alive, and I'll do some more streams later. But anyway, until then, you take care. I'll see you later.